All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the second channel. We got our MLB Parlay of the day to dive into today. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not aware, you are watching the second channel, and it would mean a ton to me if you did support it. So make sure you are subscribed. If you're used to watching me and the guys on the main channel, yeah, you're watching a new one right now. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and also comment your favorite parlay down below. Very interested to see what you guys are rolling with. But like we normally do, we are going to go through the slate and kind of pick and choose pieces that seem to fit into a good parlay today. But because it's a smaller slate, we'll do things just a little bit differently. So if you've been watching the last week or so, what we've been doing is picking one money line, one total, and one player prop. Now, our luck hasn't been all that great. We're yet to hit a parlay. That said, we're going to switch things up today. We are going to be going through each of these 7 games, and even if we like 2-player props today or 3-player, or like, we will take the constraints off, take the handcuffs off, and just put together a parlay that we like. We don't have to challenge ourselves to put it to a money line spread and player prop, or money line total and player prop type of spot. So FYI, yeah, we just have a little bit more of a free range, wild west parlay coming your way, and we're gonna go through it. We have not built it yet. We don't know exactly what we're rolling with. That's kind of the fun of this, that you guys are along for the ride. So let's jump into game number 1 here. We have Seattle and Baltimore. I really don't think that there's much in this one. I mean, maybe some unders if you wanted to look at the end of this lineup here for Baltimore, whether it's Carson or Greg Allen. By the way, guys, this is the Guy Boston Sports MLB dashboard, GuyBostonSports.com. Head to the members area. Right here, you could sign up. $2.99 for your first month if you use code DASH. We are offering that for 2 more days, Thursday and Friday. Come Saturday, no more deal. It's going to be full price. So your first month at $2.99. Head over there, GuyBostonSports.com. Go to the members area, use code DASH when signing up. I'll also put the link down in the description as well as the pinned comment. But anyways, this is probably the only thing that I'd consider, but even still, I don't even know what the best lines we'd be looking at there. So if we went for Greg Allen, it's probably like under 0.5 hits, right? And yeah, he doesn't even have any odds out right now. And what about Carlson? All right, he's got some under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That could be something we consider. But I don't know how much we want to trust Logan Evans. So, you know what? Let's stick away from this game. I think this one might have some question marks that we don't even really want to mess with. Now, this could get a little interesting, okay? I already have right in here one spot that we might like. Chicago Cubs over 2.5 for their team total. And again, we're putting together a parlay. Their normal line's obviously higher than this, but, trying to be a little bit more conservative. The thing that I like here, if we go back to the dashboard, is you'll notice that Max Scherzer does struggle against lefties. Look at all the lefties in the lineup, right? Including a couple switch hitters or one switch hitter. And the fact that, they hit the slider pretty well. That's a big pitch from that slider and changeup. Could be a nice spot. We also have, at the bottom of the lineup there, Max Shaw with a nice pitch mix rating in terms of our algorithm. I think that the Cubs can go out there and get 3. Yesterday, they scored, 4 runs in the win, right? And on the season, this has obviously been a squad that's been good to this line. Maybe not in the last 20 or 10 games, I guess, but even last 20, 70% on the season. 2025, they've hit it 70%. On the road, just 67, but against righties this year, 74%. And I think against righties on the road a little bit better too, yeah. So to me, this is a decent spot. I also don't mind, I already took in my straight plays this morning, the over in this game at 7.5. So I don't mind that. My only concern is there is a chance that we might see Matthew Boyd go out there and pitch really, really well, right? He struggled on the road a little bit, as you could see. The fastball, the slider, the changeup should all be bad pitches. So if you're more comfortable with the full game over and maybe knocking down to 6.5, go for it. I think we're going to go with what I consider to be somewhat of a safe play here at over 2.5. Just for the Cubs to score 3 runs today because, middle of the pack bullpen for Toronto. If Toronto scores a lot of runs, so be it. I think the Cubs will try and chase. I think it's a nice little spot there. By the way, guys, the tool you're looking at, and you'll see more in this video, is Outlier. You have the MLB dashboard on GuyBostonSports.com. You also have Outlier, link in the description and pinned comment, or just scan the QR code on your screen right now. These two together... think about a perfect couple. You have the dashboard for all the game research, this for all the team totals and the player props. 2 amazing tools, and you're going to be charged barely anything. $6.99 for the dashboard. You get 7 days free of Outlier. After that, it's $19.99 a month. Imagine that. For $25 a month, you have 2 of the most powerful tools out there. Go ahead and check it out. But yeah, I think we're going to leave this one in. I think I like that spot. But let's move on to the third game here, Miami and Cleveland. Another one in which I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some runs. In terms of what we have, let's open up the back end of the dashboard just so it's a little bit bigger for you guys for the screen share. But Edward Cabrera and Tanner Bybee, I do think that we have a couple guys that have some nice pitch mix ratings. Shocker, you know, Kyle Manzardo, Jose Ramirez. We have Jake Marseille, who had 1 million home runs yesterday, the top of that lineup as well. I almost want to sit here and say, okay, well, let's pivot to what kind of seems like it's the same boat as this Cubs spot and say Miami team total over. I don't mind the Guardians scoring either, but if we can toss in, look at that, minus 190 for them over 2.5. I think the 3.5 today could look good. Ballpark Pal has them scoring 4.3 runs today. We have them on scorepredicts.com scoring 4.3 as well. Don't necessarily mind the spot for them to go out there and score 3. And by the way, we're already looking at plus money just for those 2 plays alone. So 2 team totals so far. I like it. Similar to Toronto, I could also see Cleveland scoring today. So if you like the over, maybe just knock it down to 6.5. Sure. But the cool thing here is I think that there's a decent amount of, nice and green spots in terms of pitch mix rating for a lot of these guys at the top of the lineup. But same thing with Cleveland, right? So again, if you did want to look at it, and let's see what it does to the odds. If we say, okay, this is what? Right now it's like plus mid plus money. If we take this away and just go to the game and say, what if we wanted to say, okay, over 5.5, right, as an alternate line? Over 5.5, do we even get better? I mean, does it make it that much of a difference? Loses like 10 cents of value. I don't mind that at all. I think it might be a little safer. Let's do that. Screw it. I do like the Marlins, but if the Marlins give us 3, hopefully we get 3 from Cleveland as well. The only thing I'm trying to include here is that the top of the lineup here should be a pretty good too as well. You know what I mean? In terms of hitting the pitches. So I don't want to exclude them. It's a tough one, but I think we're going to do that. So far we have these 2 plays. Over 2.5 for Chicago, and then over in that game, 5.5. We probably want one or 2 more legs to even make this, really something that we're considering though. This could be a money line spot. I'll be honest here. I mean, Brad Lord has been good, but check this out. Washington's bullpen absolutely struggling and super taxed after yesterday. They beat the Royals. Philadelphia has now lost 2 games in a row. So if we get them here on the money line at minus 190, I think that's going to do a lot. Yeah, it's not bad, right? Is their team total over maybe better, worth considering there over 2.5? No, see, the money line or 3.5. Yeah, I think Philly money line is also something that we can include in this. I like the idea of Luzardo. We know Washington struggles against lefties. The slider should be a great pitch today. We do have Abrams, DeJong, and Bell. Those kind of worry me, but even still, it looks like Bell's the only one that truly hits the slider all that well. And in terms of him going up against, lefties, that's where the power bats are. James Wood, CJ Abrams, those 2 main lefties. Obviously, Nathaniel Lowe, we actually like his under today, but I think that he should be good against these lefty bats. Is Josh Bell batting from the right side going to worry us? Sure, but I actually prefer him on the right side if we're pitching against him than on the left. So I think that that's a nice little add there. Phillies on the money line. Maybe with the next couple games, right? We have 3 games left. Let's try and add 1 more leg. It could be a player prop, it can be anything, but I think we'll be cooking with fire if we do that. Bryce Elder, Kodai Senga. I thought about Michael Harris, and I think this might be something that we want to look at. Fastball, cutter as the 2 main pitches. He hits those really well. Let's check him out. I did bring it up when we talked about the games this morning on the main channel. I think that Michael Harris, to get a hit, could be a nice little spot today. You're going to have to pay some juice for it, but he's been crushing it. Like, even his over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, check it out. Been absolutely crushing, right? But we're throwing juice into this, so if we threw him to get 1 hit, which he said, wow, but this might be a nice look, right? He's 0 for 2 against Senga, but he bats better against righties. Senga struggles a little bit more against lefties. The fastball, he hits better. The cutter hits better. We know that. Okay, I think this is a good look. Plus 315. Can we beat that anywhere? Plus 316 Hard Rock. I don't have that, though. Plus 315 right now. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like where we're at. Michael, this might be the riskiest one, even though we're paying, the second most, I guess, amount of juice. So again, that's coming down to the fact that, we have Michael Harris, who's going to be batting from the left side, I believe, right? And everything kind of checks out. Senga struggles there. Harris loves the fastball and the cutter. How does he do against the slider? The slider checks out as well. I think that's a good spot. Damn, we have a 4 leg right now that I'm like loving all of these. 4 legs for plus 315. Yes, the value police will come for me, but again, we're building parlays, and I say all the time, whether it's videos or streams, that, parlays should honestly should be fun. Now, do we get a little dicey here and look at Tarek Skubal? He's on the mound for the Tigers. Like, this is something that we could also say, hey, for shits and giggles, what if we just came in here and said, hey, Tigers on the money line, boost this parlay to 515, 5 legs, 515. I mean, we are being crazy, right? Like, this is a silly parlay. It's not, I'm not sitting here being like, wow, 515, what a lock, but plus 500 odds on multiple books. I mean, it's Scooble, right? Tigers probably a little revenge spot here as well. They lost 2 of 3 against Minnesota last time they played. Scooble hasn't been himself, but it is Bailey Ober. He's been not exactly all that great. I mean, sure, he looked good against Kansas City, but that's it. He got shelled last time he pitched against them. Tigers, again, they're playing some decent baseball. They've won 3 of their last 4. They won 2 series in a row, and it was the Angels and the White Sox, sure. I think we might do it. I think we might put Detroit and Philadelphia both money line in there. Now, do we dare look at the last game here? Colorado and Arizona. I don't think there's much in this one. I don't mind runs in this at all. I will say that. I don't think that there's much that we can really get to in this one, though. Yeah, I think that this might be the parlay as crazy as it looks. Cubs, Marlins, Guardians, Phillies, Michael Harris, Tigers, and Twins to get the win, the Tigers. I think that's what it's going to be. This is going to look a little weird on the screen because it's so tall and thin, but yeah, Cubs over 2.5, their team total. Over 5.5 in the Marlins and Guardians game. Give me like a 4-2 game. That'd be awesome. More so because we also have in our regular picks over 7.5, so I'd like a few more. But for the sake of the parlay, right? Phillies on the money line, Tigers on the money line, and then Michael Harris to get 1 hit. 515 odds. Don't mind it today. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for the parlay of the day. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really do appreciate you guys watching this on the second channel. I know I've said it and stressed it, but realistically, it does mean a lot that you guys are showing support on our second channel here. And we're kind of doing this series, and maybe we'll take it over to the main channel. But again, I kind of like its home base over here. So show some love, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.